With the Chinese government after him, Zhang had to leave China and fast. After receiving a plane ticket to San Francisco, he landed in the US on June 7, 1989, just 3 days after being a wanted man by the Chinese government.
I dreamed about it coming to US, but I never dreamed about it that quick, in that fashion. You know, so if I did, I would probably prepare it better. Would be learn more about English and you know, speak better English. But I was unprepared. Didn't have money either. You know, also my uncle, he's wealthy. But when I come here, I'm mostly on my own.
Trying to reach his family, Ben's real journey began.
So I took a taxi from the airport and did not speak English, you know. And my cousin already helped me write a piece of paper in my pocket, you know. He said, just show this to a taxi driver in the airport. So the paper just wrote, take me to Lincoln University, here's the address. He told me how much, I barely understood how much he was telling me, the taxi fee. And anyway, I had $330 in my pocket. That's all cash, okay? And in the middle of the road, I said, I'm hungry. That's the hungry, the word I can say. I said, I'm hungry. I said, can you take me to McDonald's? That's a very limited word I can say. He said, sure, I'll take you to McDonald's. I saw that McDonald's sign on my textbook, okay? But I never been to a McDonald's in China. That time there's no McDonald's in China. I said, oh, that's an American famous McDonald's, hamburgers. My first time had an experience was hamburger. That was my first experience. After a couple of bites, you know, hit back to the freeway. I said, wow, what is that? I didn't like the flavor at all. My first time eating a burger. So I rolled down the window. His window is, you know, there's no power window, just rolled down, tossed it from his taxi.
Adjusting to the US was a change to say the least, but what was in store for Ben would change his life forever.
Before I arrived, I said, Lincoln University, Lincoln, President Lincoln, you know, Abraham Lincoln. I said, that school is big, huge. But somehow, after I visited the campus in the afternoon, I was disappointed. I was dreaming about, you know, come out of China. You know, China is huge. You know, I always dreaming about a good, big, large school, you know.
Ben left Lincoln University in San Francisco and transferred to Fresno State, where his real U.S. education began.
I landed in Fresno the second day, basically. And meet a few friends there. They said, Ben, you want to have a job? You know, someone just moved to out of state. They're no longer, you know, here. We have a job open. Do you want to try? I was a bus boy. You know, they paid me like $3 or $3.25 per hour, you know. They said cash, you know, you don't have to pay tax, you know. They said, anyway, we cannot pay you regularly as a regular employee because you don't have a working visa, working in this country. That's how we pay it. I said, $3.25? One interview with the boss? I said, $3.25, that's a US dollar. It goes through my head, calculating into Chinese money. I said, that's a lot of money. Compared with where I'm coming from, I said, I can be rich, you know. So, you know, $20 US dollar a night, tips. I can make like $35 to $40 a night.
In 2 weeks, tune in to see the third and final story of how Ben goes from a college student struggling to learn English to founding 2 multi-million-dollar companies, and what he says is the most important lesson through it all.